Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region Airport. We're going to spend a little time with Andrew Coffield. He is the Regional Advocate, Great Lakes, and let me get this right, 6 states, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and of course, all of us wonderful people here in Michigan. He is from the Office of Advocacy with the U.S. Small Business Administration. Andrew, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here, my friend. Tell everybody about what the Office of Advocacy at the SBA is.
So the Office of Advocacy is the independent voice for small business owners in the federal government. Ultimately, our office was created 50 years ago by Congress to help elevate the small business voice in the executive branch. What our office focuses on is helping those small business owners as regulations are being developed to really make sure their voice is heard in the regulatory process. We also provide research statistics to the White House, to federal agencies, and to Congress on the health of small business in the United States. And one of the big functions in our office is getting out in the field and hearing from the small business owners in the state of Michigan.
You know, it's kind of interesting because having been involved with SBA for quite some time, people don't realize sometimes when legislation relating to regulation is proposed, they're not aware enough of unforeseen consequences, right? So what are some of the top federal regulations right now that you're hearing?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest ones that we hear about all the time is CMMC, or the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. This was a requirement done by the Department of War to contract with the federal government. And ultimately, what has happened is the pricing was a little bit off on the projections. I've spoken with some small business owners in Michigan that have cost almost $400,000 to get certified. And for a small business owner, that's a lot of money. And so we've been working with the Department of War, with the Small Business Administration, and with the small business owners to really try to find a solution for that. One of the other big ones is the DEF rule, the diesel exhaust fluid. We've heard from a lot of truckers and a lot of farmers on how the DEF standards have really impacted how they do business and how it's costing them a lot of money. So we've been working with EPA to address that issue.
You know, it's interesting. The Department of War is going to soon realize that when you make it too hard to get certified, you start losing suppliers, and that's a dangerous circumstance also. So tell us about your role as the Region 5 advocate, and how does your work impact what's happening in DC?
Absolutely. So, as a regional advocate, we understand that small business owners may not have the means or the time to go to Washington, D.C. They may not be able to afford a lobbyist. So, as a regional advocate, it's my job to travel out to meet with small business owners, and we have advocates across the country. Michigan, I love the state of Michigan. I may be a Buckeye at heart, but I've been up to Michigan quite a bit. Just in the last month, I've gone to Lansing, Detroit, Tawas City, Marlette, Jackson, Flint, and did a virtual roundtable with North Oakland, because ultimately small business owners are across the state and they should have their voices heard. And I'm more than happy to do all different roundtables. We're actually been doing roundtables across the state, and I'm going to be going to the Upper Peninsula probably over the summer, because small business owners should have access to the federal government, and that's what a regional advocate does, is just to ensure that we're meeting them where they're at to make sure their voice is heard.
Well, I'm so sorry we missed you. I have homes in 2 of those cities you mentioned, Tawas and here in Lansing. We're going to get together on that because I'm going to help you out. So I imagine you put a few miles on your car as well. What is the opportunity for business owners to connect with you?
Absolutely. The easiest way that they can connect with us is follow our SBA district office in Michigan's Facebook page. They can also follow the Office of Advocacy. We have LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. But the biggest way that they can connect with us is actually through our website at advocacy.sba.gov, where we have our red tape hotline where they can submit federal regulations directly to us that hurt them. And they can do it either through our website, they can email us at redtape@sba.gov, or they can call us at 800-827-5722, option 3.
So very quickly, we've got about 30 seconds left. How has the deregulatory agenda fueled the work that you do?
Under President Trump's leadership and his executive order on cutting 10 regulations to every new one, a lot of our focus has been on finding those regulations that are hurting our small businesses and working with those federal agencies to help identify solutions on to help alleviate the burdens for small business owners.
We do a Michigan Future Business Index every 6 months, and since 1776, government regulation has popped up as one of the top 5 problems for small business. So good luck with that. We want to see you accomplish your goal. Andrew Coffield, who is the regional advocate for the Great Lakes, and that does include Michigan and a whole bunch of other states, Office of Advocacy with the U.S. Small Business Administration. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Thanks for the good work you're doing.